Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And we're continuing here at Mount Stewart in County Down. And of course, this is around the Ards Peninsula. It's a fantastic place. So I'm going to go into the big house, but before I do, I want to take you into this room here. Because this is CASTLEREAGH Life and Legacy, the exhibition. And that's the man himself. Amazing to think that he lived here. So we're going to go in and have a wee look, and the first thing that meets you is a painting of the gentleman himself. As you can see, in a beautiful gold frame. This exhibition marks the bicentenary of the death of Viscount Castlereagh on the 12th of August 1822. It provides a short introduction to the life of this complex man who lived in extraordinary times. So that's Robert Stewart, later first Marquess of Londonderry. And that's the Irish House of Commons, 1790. So there's a wee bit here on the United Irishmen, so I'm going to read this out to you. Inspired by revolutionary America and France, the Society of United Irishmen was established in 1791, founded mainly by Presbyterians in Belfast and Catholics and some Protestants in Dublin. Under their leader, Theobald Wolstone, they lobbied for democratic reform and religious equality for all. Some of these demands were granted over the next few years, but not quickly enough. Sporadic outbreaks of violence led to increasing extreme oppression, and by 1794, the organisation was forced into hiding. And talks there about Viscount Castlereagh. In 1786, Robert's father was created Earl of Londonderry, and Robert, from this point on, was known as the courtesy title, known by the courtesy title, Viscount Castlereagh. It is by this title he is best known in history today, and that's the Siege of Belfast and French invasion. So I'll read this bit to you as well. By 1796, the likelihood of a French invasion of Britain through Ireland had grown. Some of the radical United Irishmen looked to the French to help with their fight for independence from Britain. In August 1796, Castlereagh received intelligence that the United Irishmen were secretly communicating with the French. With two other commanders of the government militia, the Earl of Westmeath and the Marquess of Downshire, he planned to arrest the leaders in what became known as the Siege of Belfast. Some of those arrested had previously supported Castlereagh. In December 1796, Castlereagh led his militia south to meet the invasion after the French fleet was sighted off the Cork coast. Bad weather thwarted the French plan. So there's the Battle of Ballyhinch. And then that's the Act of Union. So if you want to pause the video there, you can do that. I'll read a wee bit of it out to you. After the 1798 rebellion, Ireland was believed by the elite to be ungovernable, and a new system of government was felt necessary. For some, the solution was to dissolve the Protestant Irish Parliament and institute direct rule from London. So you can read the rest of that. That's the Act of Union 1801. Is actually 2x. There's the flags. And that's General Stewart after Lawrence. Of course, the Scrabble Tower is built in his honour. There's the Prussian king. That's Arthur Wellesley, first Duke of Wellington. There's various other ones there as well. So I'm going to read this wee bit out to you. That's actually George the Fourth. I'm going to read this out to you. This is concerning his death. In the final months before his death, there is evidence he was suffering from mental strain, and by August 1822, his cabinet colleagues were concerned. His friend, the Duke of Wellington, noticed he was drinking more. At the end of August, CASTLEREAGH and his wife, Emily, were due to travel to Vienna again for him to discuss the violent situation in Greece. Emily was looking forward to it, but her husband said he would rather rest. Waking on the morning of Sunday, the 12th of August, he asked to see his doctor. He was staying in the house at the insistence of the king, who was also concerned. Not to disturb Emily, he went next door to his dressing room. By the time Dr. Bankhead arrived, Castlereagh cut his throat with a small penknife he had hidden from his worried wife, and fell dying into the arms of the doctor. An inquest concluded that his suicide had been committed while temporarily insane, thus avoiding the usual law around the act. This verdict allowed Emily to see her husband buried with honour in Westminster Abbey. And you can pause the video if you want to read the rest of that. But there's the death of Lord Londonderry, as you can see. His suicide. And that's a monument there. And that photo that I showed you earlier, I should have probably told you that's his son, if I remember rightly, in my research. So there you go, folks. So hope you've enjoyed that. So thanks for watching, and God bless.